Hello students, this is Rohit Mishra. I welcome you in your English class. In previous couple of videos, we have discussed about approach chapter, a letter to God, about a farmer written by G.L. Fuentes. In today's class, we are going to start first poem of our English textbook, and the poem is Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. So if we talk about Robert Frost first, so here are some introductory lines about Robert Frost. These are the images of Robert Frost. Full name of Robert Frost was Robert Lee Frost, and he was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in the USA, according to Wikipedia. Birth of Robert Frost, death 26th March 1874, San Francisco, California, USA. He was born there and died in 1963, 29 January 1963, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. We talk about his works. So, The Road Not Taken. I think this is the poem. It is part of class 9th English textbook, The Road Not Taken. And next one, I like this poem very much, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. One of the most inspiring poem. I think you know about the 4 lines of this poem. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. If we talk about awards, so American Academy of Arts and Letters, Gold Medal for Poetry, Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, and many more are there. So these are common lines, introductory lines about Robert Lee Frost, an American poet. Now let's start about today's topic. And topic is Dust of Snow. So Robert Frost is very famous because of his symbolic poetry. Symbolic means a poem that contains deep hidden meanings. It means don't take word meanings there. Just try to understand deep meaning of the lines, words. So Dust of Snow is another symbolic poem by Robert Frost. Just 2 stanzas are here, only 8 lines, very short poem, but the short poem is full of very long and deep meanings. So we talk about poem. So Dust of Snow is a short poem describing a simple moment which has a larger significance. A crow sitting on a hemlock tree shakes off the dust of snow on the poet. This simple action changes the depressive mood of the poet. Lost in the sorrow, he has wasted a part of his day repenting, but now with the change of mood, he wants to utilize the rest of the day in some useful activity. This is the summary of the poem Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow एक छोटी सी कविता है, only 8 lines are there, जो एक साधारण क्षण का वर्णन करती है जिसका अर्थ गहरा है. छोटी सी पोएम है, just 2 stanzas, but contains deep meanings. एक कौवा एक धतूरे के पेड़ पर बैठा बर्फ की धूल कवि पर झाड़ता है. डस्ट ऑफ स्नो. कवि ने दुख और पछतावे में खोकर दिन का कुछ भाग अपना गंवा दिया है, परंतु उस डस्ट ऑफ स्नो के ऊपर गिरने से उसका मूड चेंज हो जाता है और वो जो बाकी दिन का बचा हुआ समय है उसको किसी उपयोगी कार्य में लगाना चाहता है. So we go through line wise. So the way a crow swooped down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree, has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. By Robert Frost. This short poem is telling us how an unnecessary thing sometimes make a great change in our life, in our day. कैसे लाइफ में कुछ अननेसेसरी चीज़ें जिनको हम बिल्कुल यूजलेस मानते हैं वो हमारे लाइफ में पॉजिटिव चेंजेस ले आते हैं. इन दिस पोएम क्रो एंड हेमलॉक ट्री बोथ आर द सिंबल ऑफ सॉरो, पेन, निगेटिविटी. लेकिन दोनों ही सिंबल्स को यूज करके पोएट ने दिखाया कैसे जिन्हें हम बिल्कुल यूजलेस मानते हैं उन दोनों यूजलेस चीज़ों ने मिलके पोएट के मूड को चेंज कर दिया. हम सभी लाइफ में ऐसी चीज़ें फेस करते हैं जब बहुत ज़्यादा परेशानी में हो, ट्रबल में, और कोई एक पर्सन आ जाए या कोई एक ऐसा मोमेंट आ जाए कि हम सारा मूड ही चेंज हो जाएगा. एक ऐसी चीज़ जिसको हम ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं देते वो चीज़ आके हमारी लाइफ में इंपॉर्टेंट चेंज कर दे. तो इस पोएम में ऐसा ही कुछ है. We talk about rhyming scheme of the poem. It's a very important question. How to count rhyming scheme? तो हमें करना क्या होता है कि हमें हर लाइन के लास्ट वर्ड पे ध्यान देना होता है राइमिंग स्कीम पता करने के लिए. राइमिंग स्कीम वी काउंट स्टैंजा वाइज. राइमिंग स्कीम स्टैंजा वाइज हम काउंट करते हैं, पूरे पोएम की एक साथ काउंट नहीं करते हैं. तो सिंपली इट इज लास्ट वर्ड इज क्रो हियर, मी, स्नो, ट्री. सो क्रो फर्स्ट लाइन हम ए से स्टार्ट करेंगे काउंटिंग. ए क्रो, मी क्रो सेम राइम को फॉलो नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो ए है तो सेकेंड लाइन डिफरेंट है ए से, तो ये बी. क्रो स्नो, मी स्नो, तो फर्स्ट लाइन को फॉलो कर रहा है ये थर्ड लाइन, तो अगेन ए. फ्रॉम अ हेमलॉक ट्री, मी ट्री, स्नो ट्री, तो मी को फॉलो कर रहा है ट्री, तो अगेन बी. तो हमने क्या देखा कि यहाँ पे फर्स्ट स्टैंजा राइमिंग स्कीम इज ए बी. Same way we can go for the second stanza. Heart, mood, part, rude. The same heart, part, mood, rude means A, B, A, B. We have to count rhyming scheme stanza wise. Don't go like A, B, C, D, E, F, Z. Nah, just go stanza wise. After that, we talk about meaning of difficult words. So hemlock and rude. Hemlock is a poisonous plant. I think in our culture, datura is a word here. Rude, held in regret. Held in regret. दुख में, पछतावे में बिताया हुआ. Now we are going to discuss question answer. Question plus answers. So before question answers, we can go for this revision notes. The poem Dust of Snow by Robert Frost reiterates that the little things in life can make huge changes in our future. This is the main theme of this poem. Main theme. That the little things in our life can make huge changes in our future. It also shows that if we can take the hard times of life in stride, eventually something will happen to change our situation into happier times. The simple things we do for others can make all the difference. Just think about those random acts of kindness we do, how much they brighten a person's day and sometimes changes their future. सोचिए कई बार हम छोटी छोटी चीज़ें किसी के लिए करते हैं, हम वो डस्ट ऑफ स्नो बन जाते हैं किसी के लिए, उसके मूड को, उसकी लाइफ को चेंज कर देते हैं. कैसे कई बार हमारी लाइफ में भी होता है, हम परेशान होते हैं, ट्रबल में होते हैं, और कोई आके लाइफ की पूरी माहौल को ही बदल देता है, लाइफ को एक डायरेक्शन दे देता है, दिन को एक अच्छे दिन में कन्वर्ट कर देता है. दिस पोएम the poem describes a very simple happening in very simple words. It tells us that sometimes even a small incident may prove to be of larger significance. छोटी छोटी चीज़ें कई बार लाइफ में बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस की हो जाती हैं. The poet is upset in the beginning of the poem, but a small incident of falling of snow changes his mood totally. Dust of snow is clear now. Small particles of snow, बर्फ की छोटी छोटी बूंदें. In the end of the poem, the poet feels relaxed and thankful to the nature for saving his day from being wasted. Okay, if we talk about summary of the poem one more time, so simply it is कि पोएट बहुत दुखी है, दुख में है और एक हेमलॉक ट्री के नीचे बैठ के अपना दिन वेस्ट कर रहा है. हेमलॉक ट्री पे स्नो पड़ी हुई है और एक कौवा आके ब्रांच को उसके हिलाता है और कुछ बर्फ़ के डस्ट पार्टिकल्स गिरते हैं पोएट के ऊपर. तो हेमलॉक ट्री पे बर्फ़ गिरी है और बर्फ़ पे आके बैठता है, उस ब्रांच पे आके बैठता है क्रो. वैसे हेमलॉक एंड क्रो बोथ आर द सिंबल ऑफ नेगेटिविटी. इसको दोनों को हम नेगेटिव मानते हैं, लेकिन उन दोनों ने मिलके ब्रांच पे स्नो है और क्रो बैठ के सूख हिलाया उसको, और जो डस्ट ऑफ स्नो गिरता है पोएट के ऊपर उसके मूड को चेंज कर देता है. जिन चीज़ों को हम नेगेटिविटी के सिंबल मानते हैं वो एक पॉजिटिव चेंज लाता है लाइफ में उसके, अपने दिन के बाकी बचे पार्ट को यूटिलाइज करना चाहता है, यूज़ कर लेता है. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट डिस्कशन अबाउट क्वेश्चन आंसर. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज़ द डस्ट ऑफ स्नो? What does the poet say has changed his mood? How has the poet's mood changed? So this is answer here. You are free to write answers in your own word. This is solution from my side. You are allowed to use this one, and also you are free to make your own answers according to your understanding. So dust of snow means small particles of snow that can be felt in the air after or during snowfall. The poet is very sad and is sitting under the hemlock tree. Suddenly a crow shakes the tree and dust of snow falls on the poet. This incident changes the poet's mood as he starts to think about nature and beauty. So this is answer of first question. Now second question, how does Frost present nature in the poem? The following questions may help you to think of an answer. Three questions are there. What are the birds that are usually named in poems? Do you think a crow is often mentioned in poems? What images come to your mind when you think of a crow? Generally poems में हम कैसे birds को यूज किया जाता है, और क्या आप crow को जनरली आप मिलती है आपको पोइट्री में? crow का यूज मिनिमम तक आपको मिलेंगे. अगेन व्हाट इज़ अ हेमलॉक ट्री? एक हेमलॉक ट्री क्या है? And why doesn't the poet write about a more beautiful tree such as maple and oak or a pine? हेमलॉक ट्री क्या है और पोएट ने और सुंदर पेड़ों के बारे में क्यों नहीं लिखा? जो और बेहतर पेड़ हैं, छायादार वृक्ष है, मैपल, ओक, पाइन भी है. एंड लास्ट वन इज व्हाट डू द क्रो एंड हेमलॉक रिप्रेजेंट, जॉय और सरो? क्रो और हेमलॉक क्या शो करते हैं, खुशी को या दुख को? व्हाट डज द डस्ट ऑफ स्नो that the crow shakes off a hemlock tree stand for? Dust of snow क्या किसके लिए stand किया, किसके लिए, किसको represent करता है ये? Now let's about answer. In this poem, Robert Frost praises and describes different sides of nature. Here he touches on different aspects of natural sides. There are many things in nature that are not considered auspicious like crow and hemlock. इन दोनों को हम बहुत पवित्र नहीं मानते हैं, बहुत पॉजिटिव नहीं मानते इन दोनों को. Generally words like cuckoo, sparrow and peacock which have some pleasing qualities about them are mentioned in the poems. The images of loud and unpleasant cawing come when one thinks about crow. जब हम कौवे के बारे में सोचते हैं तो एक अनप्लीजेंट लाउड वॉइस, काँव काँव की आवाज़, ये कुछ अच्छी इमेज नहीं क्रिएट करता, नेगेटिव इमेज क्रिएट करता है. Crow is not considered as a good bird. Similarly, the hemlock tree is a poisonous tree and that is why it is symbol of sadness. When the crow shakes off the dust of snow from the hemlock tree, it falls on the poet. Thus, the poet's mood changes due to this incident. The poet uses these symbols to express that natural beauty can improve the human mood. Also, by using these symbols, the poet hopes to steer clear of the stereotypes. The second answer. Now, last question. Have there been times when you felt depressed or hopeless? Have you experienced a similar moment that changed your mood that day? क्या आपने अभी ऐसा कोई टाइम फेस किया है जब आपका मूड बहुत बुरा हो और कोई ऐसा ऐसा ही कोई मोमेंट एकाएक कुछ ऐसा हो कि आपका मूड चेंज हुआ हो, एकाएक चेंज हो गया हो, आप डिप्रेशन में हो, आप परेशानी में हो और कुछ एकाएक पॉजिटिव हो जाए, आपका पूरा मूड जो है वो अच्छा हो जाए, सही हो जाए. सो यू कैन गो फॉर योर ओन आंसर. I have selected one answer to give you as example. Yes, there have been times when I felt depressed and hopeless and eventually felt relieved when the situation got shorted. My results for the 12th standards boards were really unexpected. I had prepared well but could not perform commensurately in the examinations. I felt very depressed and did not know what to do further. A few weeks later, the results of my college entrance test arrived, and I got picked for a good college. This lifted up my mood and made me believe that no trouble is permanent. This is an example only. Don't go for this answer. This is experience-based question. So just share your experience, real or imaginary. It's not problem. You are free to use your own answer. So these text I'm going to add after video. You can take a screenshot. With the help of these images, you can prepare your notes properly. And also you're free to make notes as per your understanding also. Okay, thank you.